My wife came out to me as a lesbian yesterday and I'm shattered. This is OKOP, home to the craziest true stories on earth. I'm Sophia and Riley.
What's there to be sad about? You like girls? I like girls. You guys have more in common.
You have so much in common now.
Come on.
That's true.
Be happy. Celebrate.
Yeah. Well, Les Hill 36 says, we've been together for 10 years, married for 4. Oof.
So that's...
Ouch. Ouchie.
I was going to put 14, but that's 10. Okay.
She was/is the love of my life, and the thought of living life without her is unbearable. Yesterday morning, I woke up, noticed her sitting on the patio crying, so I obviously went to go console her and figure out what was wrong. While fighting back tears, she manages to tell me that she's a lesbian, and she's so sorry she isn't attracted to me anymore. But she also doesn't want to leave me. I always known she was into women as well, but it was never an issue for me. We've had quite a few threesomes with different women over the years, and they've all been amazing.
I like how we casually
He's like, we've had so many threesomes, don't worry about it. I've even been fine with her exploring that side of herself with other women without me. I just wanted her to be happy and fulfilled. Oh my God, that's sad. The entire day was spent either crying or talking about our now uncertain future. All the plans we had made about buying a home, traveling, getting dogs and cats, retirement went up in smoke. We had a fantastic sex life up until just a few days ago. We would have sex at least a few times a week and we rarely failed to get each other off.
Time out. These people having sex multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up? Where do you find a relationship like that? Not saying I want that, but it's just like
in the future.
When
you're married.
What kind of moves, what kind of riz do you gotta have for a lady to be like, yo, let's go. Guys, if you're having sex multiple times a week, let me know.
How are you doing it?
How are you making that happen?
We experimented and grew with each other over the years, exploring new kinks and figuring out new ways to please one another. I told her I didn't blame her, that if she really is a lesbian, it's not her fault and she hasn't really done anything wrong, but it doesn't make it hurt any less. She's my best friend. We had/have such a wonderful supportive relationship and we've been through so effing much together. I can't stand the thought of losing her and starting over. She said she doesn't want to leave me, that she still wants a future with me, just without this. But she also understands how unfair that is to me. So she's fine with me finding an F-buddy or 2 if I wanted. All I really want is her though. I'm so insanely attracted to her and I make sure to tell her so every day. She's the sexiest woman in the world to me, but finding out that the attraction is one-sided has obviously shattered my heart and crippled my self-esteem. So sad. This is so sad because it's clear that they both care about each other. They just care in different ways.
Yeah. She's so sad, Sophia. Is it the illness?
The illness?
Or your passion for the story?
Oh, both. Yeah, I'm sobbing, guys. Oh, I forgot. Trigger warning for sickness.
Yep.
In this episode. I did that the last episode.
Getting sick. Stop
You're
listening right now.
Scared of getting sick. If you don't like listening to someone sniffle, do. I'm certain most of the comments I'll get will be along the lines of move on or the classic lawyer up, start hitting the gym. But I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that. Well, if you hit the gym, you will be strong enough.
Dude, facts. That's what I did. Look at me now.
I've yet to do that. She's going to wake up and realize she's made a mistake. That she's just overwhelmed and confused. Deep down, I know that's not how this works. But the wounds are still so fresh, I'm grasping at any little straws of hope I can find. We don't have any kids. All our pets have passed away. But we did just move into a new house last week, so we may be stuck together until next March at least. I just want my wife back.
Oh, the pets part.
And the kids. No, they don't have kids.
They don't
Sorry,
have kids,
they just have pets.
They're pets. They're basically their kids.
They basically have kids.
Died.
Yeah. Wait, did I just...
The pets
Oh, they passed away. I totally read over that. This is really sad because it's not really no one's at fault, but it still sucks for everyone.
True. She didn't realize this until
She didn't
recently.
realize. Like, she just didn't know. And it could be a case of like, sexuality is fluid. She could have been attracted to him and then realized that she doesn't have that attraction anymore. And it could be something like that. But like either way, it's still like, this is hard. But there's an update. Maybe it gets better.
I hope so. What should OP do? I mean, I would tell him just to hit the gym.
Yeah, lawyer up, hit the gym. No, just kidding.
This happened today. Give it a week. Hit the gym.
Yeah.
You'll be fine, my
brother.
I
think that you can't expect her to like change her mind. Because she probably would not have just told you the first time she thought about it. She was probably thinking about it for a while. Oh, but there's an update.
Okay.
I woke up and got out of bed, blissfully aware of the fact that my life was about to crumble around me. That morning, I found my wife on our back patio, clearly in distress. So obviously, I put on my best husband hat and went to figure out what the issue was. I assumed it was something work-related, but I was very wrong. While fighting back tears, she manages to tell me that she's a lesbian and she's so very sorry. I'll never forget the feeling of the world closing in on me as the most intense fear, panic, confusion, and grief began to set in. Initially, she said she wasn't going to leave me, that we could do couples therapy and figure out a path forward together.
Oh.
Of course, I agreed. No,
Nice.
I think yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that is sweet, but I think that maybe, yeah, I don't know if you can come back from that as a relationship. You can come back from it as friends, but I don't know about.
Yeah, she's attracted to.
She's not. Yeah, she's not attracted to you anymore. Like that's yeah. 3 days after receiving the news, I was informed by my mother that my stepdad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Oh my God. 3 days after that, I was told by my father that my stepmom was also diagnosed with skin cancer. Oh my God.
Dude.
That is the worst week ever.
Bad trio. This is like, things like this happen in threes.
Apparently. Jesus.
Whenever my grandpa died, 2 other people died like very close.
Yeah.
This is happening here. Crazy.
Oh, thankfully my stepmom had surgery and is cancer-free, but my stepdad wasn't as fortunate. He passed away last November. I'm so sorry.
Oof.
He was a wonderful, funny, kind, successful, and impressive man, and I miss him a lot. Having all of these things hit me within a week caused me to completely spiral out of control. That's completely understandable. I refrained from going to work. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I merely existed. I became one with my couch and distracted myself with hockey podcasts and weed. My wife did her best to be there for me, but she was obviously going through her own turmoil, and she retreated into her own world, physically and emotionally. For a bit of backstory, she had spent her life with crippling anxiety, and the mere thought of a tough conversation was enough to cause her to break down crying. But months prior to this, she had been taking anti-anxiety meds, so now she was finally able to communicate to me not only that she was gay, but all the other times I had let her down. 10 years worth of moments I had been inconsiderate or insufficient as a partner. Wow. I always thought we had communicated well, but apparently that was more one-sided. And I had always thought I did a wonderful job as a husband. I tried to be attentive, thoughtful, caring, and compassionate. I was never abusive or cheated. We rarely fought, and when we did, we always ended up talking it out like adults. I thought I was doing a great job, but I wasn't doing the things she needed out of a partner. But since she never communicated it to me, how was I to know? Also, she needed a woman out of the partner, so thought, there were certain things you could not give to her.
Yeah, it depends on when she figured that out, though.
Yeah.
She could have been like bi up until.
Yeah, and then realized that she just wasn't attracted to him, and yeah.
And this is a very
because
hard
of all
conversation.
these like other things, yeah.
Very hard conversation with their crippling anxiety.
Yeah, that's true. Hearing about all these moments that I had let her down hurt like hell, but it also gave me a light at the end of the tunnel, a mission. Save marriage. Oh no. I couldn't do anything about her being gay, but I could damn sure make up for every instance of neglect. I put together a plan to prove to her I was worth staying with. I surprised her with a picnic, got us tickets to the circus, made a reservation at a restaurant for the first time in my life. Oh, yeah. And took her for her favorite kind of food. You've never made a restaurant reservation? That does sound like maybe you were slacking in the marriage.
What?
I've never made a restaurant reservation? I've made restaurant reservations.
Sometimes you just walk in. You hope.
I don't know. He should be taking her to some fancy dinner place.
Well, she doesn't like that.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
what if she just likes tacos and a nice sunset?
It's true.
Isn't that a good time? Isn't that a good time? Isn't that kind of cheap too?
I don't mind cheap dates. It's just because she's saying that she was unhappy. And he's saying, this is the first time I've ever done this. Yeah. But for me, I don't need to go to a fancy restaurant. I'll take tacos. I began learning French. She's French Canadian. I took the lead on planning our next big vacation. I started writing her a song. Oh my God. I was going to give her guitar lessons since she expressed interest in the past. I spent every minute of every day for the next 2 months figuring out ways to show her just how much she meant to me. She was also able to confess that she wanted children. We had agreed early on that kids weren't on the table, but she had a change of heart. And for her, I would have absolutely done it, and I told her so numerous times.
Wait, she wants kids now?
I'm confused about this relationship. It says that she wants children.
Yeah, okay.
It seems like he's trying to keep this relationship going, but she's not attracted to you.
She's not attracted, but on her side, understand her crippling anxiety.
Yeah.
A lot of this could have been avoided if she would communicate
Oh, yeah.
her things. And I feel like not putting no one's blame here.
No,
It
but
would just make life a lot easier if she would have communicated a lot more of these things. Like the kid thing,
yeah.
that could have changed some stuff.
But I'm just kind of like wondering what she wants out of this relationship, because it seems like neither of them want to leave, because it seems like they both care about each other very deeply. But now she's saying that she wants kids. So does she want kids with him?
Do they want kids now, or did she express interest in the past and didn't bring it up? That's what I thought. I thought it was the latter. I don't think they want kids now.
I think she said she was also able to confess that she wanted children. Oh, she wanted. So maybe she wanted them in the past.
Yeah, but if that was the case, that would be very interesting. Like, I don't feel attracted to you, but I want kids.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
That's wild.
Like, this relationship is very interesting to me. Yeah, I feel
would you still smash? I'm not attracted to you, but give me a baby right now.
No,
smash or pass?
I would not. I would pass.
You're still attracted to me.
I pass.
But I'm just using you for your goodies.
I would pass.
For your juice.
I would pass. I think for them, because they still care about each other, I feel like friends was good, but I feel like they need to separate. I don't think this is a good relationship for either of them to be in, when one person is like deeply in love and the other person like obviously cares very deeply but doesn't have that same attraction. I
believe once you pass certain lines in a relationship, you can't go back
to friends.
Yeah, like they went. I mean,
they married.
If I'm friends with someone and we have sex or whatever, it's gonna be very hard to come back and be friends. For me, like if I pursued a relationship,
that's true.
And I gained, because for me, that part is having an emotional connection. Yeah. So it's one-on-one.
That's fair.
Yeah. Some people can handle it. Me,
I don't think I could handle it.
No.
Well, that's why I just don't think it's like healthy for either of them to like stay in the same. Yeah. I think it's gonna hurt both of them in the long run.
Yeah.
In May, she left the country for a girls' trip to the Dominican. It had been planned for at least a year. We agreed to go minimal contact during the week-long trip so she could get her head straight and really figure out what she wanted. We actually hooked up the day before she left, and it was the first time in 2 months I felt like everything was actually going to be okay. But the day she came home, she officially ended our marriage. Wait, why did they hook up? I'm so confused.
Oh, that sucks. Dude,
why did they hook up?
Sucks. They've been going to counseling. They've been working on themselves.
You can't counsel away her gayness. What?
There are counselors that can do that.
We hate them. The bad counselors.
What are you talking about?
Bad.
But that sucks.
Yeah.
They hook up. He's like, light of the tunnel. This trip is gonna save our relationship, save our marriage. And then he's like, she comes back. Boom, done.
Fuck. No, it seems like he was operating under this like false idea that like she would realize that she wasn't gay, that she was bi.
Fuck.
Yeah, which really sucks.
That does suck.
Yeah, they shouldn't have hooked up. That was a bad move.
Who initiated it?
That's what I need to know. Who was initiating this? But there is an update.
Was it a pity fuck? Or did she want it just to say, hey, one more rodeo?
One more time.
Let's see how I really like this. And then she spent it with the girls and was like, nah.
Yeah, she was like, just like, okay, we can check. We can check. Yeah.
Did you see my hand motions?
Yeah, I didn't want to though. Now, one of the toughest parts of this situation was we had just moved into a big new house with a few roommates on March 1st. Neither of us could afford to have her just move out right away. It would have screwed ourselves and our roomies over financially. We live in Vancouver and it's bloody expensive here.
Oh,
what?
Short story.
Yeah.
There was a kid that goes to college in Vancouver.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for him to fly back and forth an hour or two away than to live in Vancouver.
Yeah. I've heard it's pretty expensive.
Twice a week he flies.
That's crazy. So we figured out a system of sharing the room. There were even times when we would still share the bed, but eventually it became too painful. That would suck. Jesus, they're just hurting themselves. So I renovated the large shed in our backyard with a futon, air conditioning, and a TV, and basically lived in it all summer. She began dating someone, so as time went on, she was gone more and more until she had basically moved out, but continued paying rent. During these months, so many people close to me went through tragedies too. Oh my God, this guy can't catch a break. One of my closest friends lost his mom to cancer. A good friend from high school lost his wife to cancer too. I had known her through work and gotten to see them begin their relationship, get married, and have a beautiful daughter, only for it to end so unbelievably tragically. And mere weeks before my stepdad's passing, my stepsister's long-term partner chose to end his life. Oh, the amount of grief I felt for myself and those close to me was unbearable, unfathomable. So much loss in such a short period of time. Every day for months, I thought about ending it all, but kept going mostly because I couldn't do that to my parents.
Dude.
It's so sad.
Oh, I have a meme about this.
What?
It's a good meme.
Okay.
The mood meter. You have unpleasant and pleasant. And on the y-axis, you have low energy, high energy. And high energy and very pleasant mood is let's
freaking
go. But the low energy and unpleasant mood says mom would be sad, which I think is hilarious because this is so true.
Yeah.
High energy, unpleasant, f it, we ball.
Hell yeah.
It's such a good vibe. Do you feel this way about that?
No.
Okay.
For all the bad that took place, there was actually some good. Yay, please get better. I quit my toxic but well-paying job in May due to being so overwhelmed and their lack of sympathy towards my situation. And that led me to find an absolute dream job a few months later. Now I work as the quality control guy for a large music retailer's guitar department. I get to play, test, and fix guitars every day, and it's a dream come true. A few buddies and I entered a radio contest last summer and actually won it.
What? Radio
yeah.
contest?
Yeah.
Oh.
We improvised a 30-second commercial, submitted it, and out of 80 plus entries, we won $10K and a nationwide play. Whoa. My ex-wife actually saw our commercial play on the big screen before a movie once. I started a stupid YouTube channel with a good friend doing dumb reaction videos. It's not even remotely successful yet, but it's a fun outlet. Can't imagine doing that. The Christmas prior to my wife coming out, she'd bought me the Blu-ray box set of the entire Dragon Ball Z series. And somehow we managed to watch it all before, during, and after the split. I'm quite proud of us for that.
Fuck.
Y'all are so intertwined in each other's lives. This is so hard.
Damn.
Yeah,
honestly,
ouch.
okay, if there were no morals in this world,
Yeah.
best thing to do for both of them,
Yeah.
him find a buddy and they still stay together.
Well,
They
that's
just,
what she suggested.
just like they on the side
Yeah.
and they stay together.
Dude, that's what she suggested. And he was like, I can't do that.
Yeah,
Because
no
I'm so in love
morals.
with you. Yeah.
No morals.
And finally, last November, I met someone really special. Yay! She was also out of a long-term marriage and they had split for pretty much the same reason. We've been officially dating since New Year's Day. She's absolutely wonderful, beautiful, intelligent, successful, and insanely talented artist. She's inspired me to start painting and I've inspired her to take up guitar. We've been helping each other heal and enjoy life again. My ex and I are on good terms. We still care about one another and only want the best for each other. She was there when we saw my stepdad for the last time. She and my mom are still friendly, which honestly makes me really happy. And she's officially moved out on March 1st of this year. That's recent. Oh my God. Recent.
19 to 18 days ago.
Jesus. It's been a wild ride. From breaking down and bawling my eyes out 10 times a day to where I am now, with the best job I've ever had in a fun, promising new relationship. I truly didn't think I'd make it through, but I have. Thanks for reading, y'all. I'll include my original post in the comment section. So sweet. I'm like so sad, but like I'm glad that they're still on, friendly terms and stuff.
Yeah, that seems to be best.
Yeah.
I'm glad they could work that out.
I'm so glad that they decided against staying in that relationship because even though they both cared about each other, you can't be in a relationship where you have like different levels of.
Yeah, dude, you can't be in a relationship where you're not
freaking.
No, that's incorrect. No, you can't be in a relationship where you just have different like
tastes.
Yes, but also no. Hold on, stop filling in my. I'll get there. You can't have a different. You can't have a relationship if you guys have different ideas of what that relationship is and different amounts of or like types of love for each other.
Yeah, word.
Yeah. If it was like you could continue like a platonic relationship and stuff. There's like QPRs and stuff, but yeah, this would just hurt both of you, I think, in the long run. So I'm glad that you figured out a way to stay being friends and keep each other in your lives. But
you were able to get back out there, find someone special.
Yeah,
good for you. You deserve that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
everyone deserves to be loved.
I don't think it could have happened if they were trying to like keep up a marriage that wasn't working.
Yeah, everyone deserves to be loved, even if they don't move their car when you ask them to, and they decide to even go take a shower.
Whoa, that happened once. That happened one time.
Still petty.
But I still deserve love.
story time. Theoretically, let's say you need a new password and you got inspiration from someone's name that you've recently have known as that password. Is that crazy?
You use it as a password?
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
Are you telling them that password?
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
they'll
just
figure it
for
out.
you.
One day they'll ask, "Oh, what's the password?" And I'll just be like, "It's your name."
That would be kind of wild.
Good to know. Anyways. wanted to see.
Anyways, would I be the a-hole if I divorced my husband because he's homophobic?
Yeah.
What?
Wait. Oh, I thought because he's a homosexual.
I also don't think they would be the a-hole if he was gay and they divorced. I think that was a wrong in both ways. You are not the a-hole. Divorce that homophobic man. So, Deleted says, we have 3 kids and our eldest is gay. I've always known our son was different. I thought my husband knew too because he and our son were really close. Most of my friends have told me that their children became a little bit distant when they hit puberty, but not our son. Just a few weeks ago, they were playing basketball and playing chess basically every day and talking with each other nonstop. Everything was great until my son came out to him. Oh, this is sad because it seems like they had a really good relationship and the father's kind of throwing it away.
But how did the father not know?
Well, yeah, it seems like the mom was like, it was pretty obvious. I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't looking for it. Or he was like, oh, my son plays sports.
Well, son plays sports, but it doesn't matter that he has earrings.
Yeah.
My son plays chess. It doesn't matter that he could rock a crop top. Let him be.
Yeah, let him rock that crop top. Mama, let him rock it. It went very well when he came out to me, so my son thought his father would have the same reaction, and I thought the same. But after he came out to him, my husband came back alone. I told him, how did it go? He said, did you know? I couldn't believe the look he gave me. He looked very angry and just went to his office without saying anything.
You should have just said, duh.
Doy.
How could you not know?
Yeah. I called my son and he was crying and started to apologize to me about everything. I was so effing angry, but instead of yelling at my husband, I just went to get him. When I found him, I really felt like crying. His eyes were red and he looked very sad. I've never seen him cry, so my heart felt like it was being squeezed. He just said he was sorry. I kept driving for a while and then we went to eat pizza.
Aw.
No.
Comfort pizza.
Oh. Now my kids and I are staying with my father and I'm thinking I should get a divorce. But it's not going to be easy at all. My son is definitely going to blame himself for this. He already has. And I've heard all sorts of horror stories about divorce. My son told me we should go back and he can stay with my father. But I'm really starting to hate my husband for this. Why would he do this to me? Even if I decided to stay with him, I'm not sure our relationship is ever going to recover from this. If he truly loved our son, why would he react like that? Or did he react like that because he loves him too much and created unrealistic expectations of our son in his head? Get some subreddits here, and it seems these sort of things end up ruining the whole family. So I'm very hesitant to do something I might regret later. So a quick update. My son just came.
Wait. Let's talk.
Yeah,
let's talk. Right. Dang, that is tough on the divorce because if she does go with it, he's going to put that on his shoulders his whole life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really tough for the son because like this is supposed to be like a nice moment and now his parents might get divorced because, you know, like it's not because of him, but it would feel like that. Like it's obviously because the dad is being awful. Yeah. And the mom's like, oh, there's a new side of you that I didn't realize. And it's only, you know, it's just the catalyst of that thing. Yeah.
Do you think the dad doesn't know like how to process it though?
Probably. This is probably just like, you know, stunted, you know, emotionally stunted man who had a view, like kind of what OP was saying, had a view of what his son would be like, and then is forced to recognize that that's not the case. But yeah, no, I don't think that means that OP has to stay with him, especially if those, you know, that reaction makes her view her husband in a different light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty tough light.
Yeah.
Because even if he didn't like agree with that or anything, I feel like he could have handled it way better.
I mean, he was, yeah. Oh, and there's more. There's more where he's awful. So a quick update. My son just told me that when they were in the car and he came out to his father yelled at him that he regrets having him and that he's an effing disappointment. Yeah, no, you can't say that to your child. I just don't understand because they had such a good relationship. How can you
hate someone just because they like butts?
Okay. you really put it concisely there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them.
In less concise terms, how can you hate your son who you've had a close relationship to just because they love someone else? Like,
yeah.
Or someone that you didn't expect them to love.
Does he have other siblings or was this his only kid?
No, I think they have other siblings.
Okay. Dude, you can get if you want grandchildren, dude.
Yeah. What
you got other outlets.
Fuss about? And literally why? Why would he say that? Now my husband finally decided to call me and told me that he loves us so much and he was just angry. And apparently he tried to call my son to apologize to him, but it's too late. My son doesn't want to talk to him and just told me to take his siblings and go back because he doesn't want his father to be alone. I swear I don't know what we did to deserve him. He deserves a father that respects him and cares about his safety. But not only did he yell and say a bunch of stuff that a child should never hear from their parent, he also left him in a remote area without money. That's so true. I forgot about it. I didn't even realize that's what he did. What if he was attacked by someone or decided to end his life? I'm so conflicted right now. I know a divorce is not the answer because my son would never forgive himself. But at the same time, I'm starting to see my husband differently. Another update. Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah. No.
Very
that's
wild.
Such a horrible. I did not realize that he just like left him in a random place. How old is this kid? Do we know? Just the eldest, it says.
I'm going to say eldest. I'm going to say like...
I want to say like probably 14 or something.
14 or something. Yeah. I am very disappointed with the dad.
I'm so disappointed.
If he does disagree with this,
yeah,
he should have handled this very differently.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot not love your kid.
No, you have to love your child.
You have to.
No matter what. And this reaction is just horrible.
Startling.
Horrible. Yeah. And it's like, you can't be like, apologize after and be like, oh, I was just angry. No, that's not like a response. That is not a response you can come back from.
Yeah. Someone has dealt with this for a very long time and voices this. Yeah. And this is how you.
And that's how you react. That's the first. Yeah. Come on.
Yikes, dude. Yikes. It would be a very heartfelt conversation. And he'd have to be very, very sorry.
Oh, yeah. He would have to say, I was dealing with some stuff and come from a place of love and looking for, or just looking to learn, I suppose. My husband told me the reason he was so angry is because no straight man wants his son to be gay, especially because they were very close. He said he doesn't hate gay people. He just doesn't want his son to be LGBT, but that it's his problem to solve. And he wants us back and wants to come over and talk to our son. The only reason I'm deciding to stay is because my son loves him so much, and I want to respect what he wants. A divorce is going to be too messy and traumatize him and our other kids forever. Yesterday, he was begging me to just go back and was constantly apologizing and saying how sorry he is. He didn't do anything wrong. His father is just an idiot. Oh, the son was apologizing. That's so sad. I don't know how we ended up here. I thought my husband loved our kids just as much as I do. I mean, our son is just gay. I can't imagine what he'd do if he was trans. Anyways, many people have messaged me, and I want to say thank you all for your advice. My husband did show me he cares, even cried and said how sorry he is for how he reacted. I know he's still homophobic to our son, but at least he feels guilty and wants to apologize to him. But the damage is done. And what he said to our son was too cruel. If he ever says something like that again, I'll probably do way more than divorce him. I
don't know if this isn't something he can come back from. I do think he could come back from this.
I think he could come back from it in terms of his relationship with his son. Mm-hmm. If he was truly sorry and he was truly ready to learn and move past his, bigoted ideas, I think he could come back from it. But I understand OP say he can't come back from it in terms of their relationship, maybe. Because I think that's different when a romantic partner, shows a different side of themselves and you're just in shock of that.
Yeah, he's going to be put in the doghouse for a while. I think if he did a complete 180, he could come back from it.
Yes, if he did a complete 180 and was like, oh my God, what have I done?
2 heartfelt crying sessions with both his son and his wife.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and he plays basketball with his kid. And he's like, still love you.
Yeah.
I was about to make a joke.
I'll love you no matter what.
even if you like basketball
And boys.
and boys and balls, I was gonna say, I'll still love you for who you are. And he goes to wife and was like, hey, that was pretty whack.
Yeah.
Talk to my son. We're good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that was a lot right there.
Yeah. Yeah. If he did that, if he completely 180'd, that would be grounds for, he's coming back from it. But as of right now, I don't think he has come back from it.
No.
But that is the end of that sad saga.
We still have more.
We still have more stories.
More stories of people coming out of the closet.
Yeah, that's the theme of today. And they're all seemingly kind of sad.
Yeah, sorry for these sad stories.
I'm gay and my wife doesn't know. Riley, what's a fun fact I don't know about you?
Solve a Rubik's Cube.
That is a fun fact. I'll need proof though. So,
it's like the juggling thing.
Okay, I've juggled in front of you. You saw me juggle at the YouTube thing. I don't have a RooTube.
I've actually thought about buying one.
Yeah, buy it. Prove it. So Prior Putt 3300 says, my wife and I have been together 9 years and married for 7, but I know that I'm gay. Oh, this is treading. I don't know about this. I've never been attracted to another woman other than her, but I've been attracted to lots of men. I'd never been in a sexual relationship with a man, but if I wasn't with my wife, I know I would be. My preferences when I'm by myself have only ever been over men, lol. But it's strange. My wife is my soulmate in the most absolute sense. It doesn't matter that she's a woman. I'm so in love with her mind and her heart and her as a human being that she could literally be in any body and I would love and worship her. Even being with her sexually is incredible because it's her. I know this makes no sense, and that's why I can't tell her. She would think she isn't enough because she isn't a man, but she's the other half of my soul, and I could never ever hurt her or be without her. I think every inch of her body is beautiful, and she lights me up like no other human ever could. She completes me, and I know I won't need to be with anyone else, but I know no one will ever believe me. Is it possible to be gay except one woman? If so, that's what I am, lol. Edit. I realize now I'm probably on the bisexual spectrum somewhere instead, and I'm content with that. I don't really need a label. Oh, and to those calling me a pervert, a degenerate, a fetishist, etc. for being attracted to men, weird. Why are they saying that? I'd suggest you try replacing the hate in your heart with love. It's worked out well for me. There are some relevant comments, but that's so cute. And that is absolutely a thing. Like where you are like 99% attracted to men, and then you're, the last half is a one woman.
Yeah, is that better for the relationship?
I think it's super cute that he's like, I'm
just thinking like if they're at a bar.
Yeah.
Well, no, men can still hit on him.
Oh, that he's not like he wouldn't
be approached by women.
Yeah, still be approached by men. Yeah, no, I think that people have this like very, like especially for men. I mean, it goes both ways, but for men, it's the idea that like if you're bisexual, oh, you're just attracted to men, which is not the case, obviously. And I feel like he's probably gotten he fears the comments of like, oh, you're not actually attracted to your wife. You're just gay, which is not the case. Like he is attracted to his wife, and he says that. Yeah, he's just primarily attracted to. Oh shoot! I'm calling my friend by accident. Oh,
I'm on the pod. Ask them what they think.
Yeah. No, I would say absolutely is a thing, and sexuality is a spectrum.
My question, do you still want to be with her?
It seems like he really does.
If you're gay and you still want to be with her, I don't think it's a problem. Just don't cheat.
Yeah.
Know that you like men, but don't veer from your wife.
Okay, yeah. If you still want to be with her, then you're good. Don't listen to what anyone else has to say about your sexuality. It's your sexuality. Only you can define it. And you don't need a label to, make it clear for other people, because labels are just that. They're for other people. And if you want them, great. Whoa. If you don't want them,
for other people,
then let them go. Yeah. But there is some relevant comments.
Maybe I don't need a label.
You don't need a label. I'm anti-label. I'm not anti-label. That's not true. Sorry. I'm anti-label if you don't want a label, and I'm for label if you want a label.
Does that apply to couples?
Agnostic-label. Sorry?
Does that apply to couples? The label thing?
Oh, no.
Fuck. What? That's not fair. What? If two people don't want to label something, can it just not be labeled?
Well, if both of them don't want to be labeled, but if one of them wants to label it and the other person doesn't want to label it, then that's a conflict of labels.
Keep reading.
Okay. Relevant comments. I view sexuality as a spectrum. You might be bi in that you're 99% gay and 1% straight. I literally said that. And your wife ignited the 1%. Too. What?
I thought that math too in my head.
Yeah, it's common math, I guess. As long as you're happy with your wife and she is with you, that's what matters. So true. OP says, hijacking this top comment to say thank you to everyone who has shared their own personal experiences. It's good to know that this is seemingly more common than I thought. It makes me think I need to focus less on labels and more on how fortunate I am to have my wife and her love. Oh, and there's a second post. Wait, there's more. I thought this was shorter. This is so cute. Is there a sexuality that is like gay, but except one woman, or like bi, but specifically where the gender doesn't matter in one instance? It's like kind of pansexual, but only for one instance. Update, I'm gay and my wife doesn't know. TLDR, I told her. That's great. I'm glad that you were able to communicate with her. So after I posted here last week, I did a lot of research and I'm fairly certain I'm bisexual with a strong physical preference for men, but demisexual when it comes to women. I've never had deep feelings for anyone except my wife, male or female, but when I met her and started to develop those feelings, the physical attraction strongly followed. I obviously don't plan on ever finding out if it would be the same with other women, nor do I plan on being with men, despite what some people said. Either way, these labels don't really matter in themselves because I won't be exploring it. But I did decide I want to tell my wife, and they helped me articulate it. So I sort of blurted it all out to her over the weekend. I told her I'm probably bisexual/demisexual, and initially wasn't sure whether to tell her she's the only woman I've ever been sexually attracted to, but I did in the end. I told her my love for her wasn't defined by her gender, but that she's my soulmate, and I'm truly in love with her heart, her mind, and her body. This is so sweet. Those of you who said she probably knew more than I thought were right. She was sort of surprised, but not entirely. She said she assumed I wasn't straight because she had a vibe, not sure what that means, and she'd noticed I never talk about how other women were attractive. I think she was surprised that my preferences other than hers skew so significantly towards men, but she knows I don't want to pursue it, so she said it didn't matter. She also told me she thinks she's on the bisexual spectrum too, somewhere herself, though likewise has no plans to explore it. But it's such a relief to have it all out in the open with her. I told her I'd be more than happy to go to therapy with her if she wants help processing, and she said that's not necessary right now, but it's good to know it's an option in the future. Thank you to everyone who left kind and critical but constructive messages. And no thank you to the homophobes. Looks like everything will be okay.
Oh,
what a sweet, happy ending. I'm glad we read this story and not this sad story.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That one was just sad.
Yeah.
This one was happy and everyone was good.
Yeah. Do you guys like that kind of content? Do you guys want sad content?
Do you want sad or happy or a mix of both?
Or a mix of both.
Yeah.
My question.
Yeah. What's your question?
What if he came forth with this? She wasn't okay with it, but he's only wanting to be with her. Should that be something that she should be worried about? Like,
what do you mean?
That he's attracted to other men, but he only wants to be with her. That shouldn't be something she should be worried about whatsoever.
No, it's the same way. I feel like it's like literally just apply it to a straight relationship. You know, if you're in a relationship, your partner is like a male partner is into other women. They're obviously, hopefully not going to pursue those other women because they're in a relationship with you. So it's just that.
Oh.
Like they're attracted to women, but they're not going to pursue them because they're in a relationship. So he's attracted to men, but he's not going to pursue it because he's in a committed relationship.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Their sexuality.
No, because he loves his wife. And so after that, it's all just gravy.
Word. Cool.
Yeah.
Now we don't have anything to say about it because everything was resolved.
Yeah, I know. Like there's no a-hole. We're just like, everyone's lovely.
Looks like we're going to have to read a sad story now.
Yeah, sorry guys. Would I be the a-hole if I kicked my brother and his family out for telling my daughter she shouldn't act like a whore? Ah, yikes. Kick them out. Kick them out. Kick them all out.
Oof.
Yeah, kick them out. So Deleted says, my brother is religious. He was having financial problems, so my wife and I allowed him and his family to stay with us.
Nice.
That's so considerate of you. Obviously, that was a bad idea, but I love him and couldn't let them and their kids be homeless. I'm considering doing this for 2 reasons. Oh, considering letting them be unhoused for 2 reasons? Ooh. Our son is gay and has a boyfriend. When my brother found out, he wanted me to disown him and kick him out. I told him no, that's never going to happen. Not only would my wife kick all of us out and divorce me if I did that, I was also not comfortable doing that to my boy. Obviously, there was nothing he could do. Either him and his family became homeless or they live with us and mind their business. I said, you can leave if you want, but don't tell me how to raise my son. He didn't like that, but chose to stay. However, when my son brings his boyfriend over, he starts telling him that it's a harem and that he's disgusting and shouldn't be doing that in front of his kids. How is that a harem? A harem is when you have multiple partners.
Sorry, I was hearing you, not listening. So what's going on with the sister?
Nothing yet. We haven't learned about the sister.
Okay, our son, I just need to read. I'm sorry.
They're talking about the son right now. TLTR. They're talking about the son right now who's gay.
Okay.
And OP's brother and family are staying with them. And OP's brother was like, your son's gay.
Disown him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't comfortable with it.
Yeah. And now he's saying that OP's son's bringing over his boyfriend. OP's brother's like, that's a harem.
Oh.
Which isn't even what a harem is in
what
definition.
What is a harem? That's where I got lost. You said harem and I was like, what the fuck?
A harem is like when you have one person and then they have like a whole group of people vying after them.
Like Sam. Sam not have a harem?
Who's his harem?
A whole group of people going after him? Gee, no idea. Not the 36 people that applied to date him.
Oh yeah. But they're not officially a harem. They're just people who are interested in him. It has to be what?
That's a harem. Come on.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
What?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
How do you spell it?
HARAM.
Wait, slower.
HARAM.
Harem. Def. Forbidden or prosecuted by Islamic law.
Oh. I get it now. I'm stupid. I misread that. I was thinking a harem, like HAREM. But haram is something that is forbidden or taboo in Islam.
No, but harem is also...
Yes, harem is something...
in Islamic, the separate part of Islam household for wives.
Yeah, it's separate, yeah. So there's a harem, HAREM, but they're saying haram, which makes... Wait, I think that's how you pronounce it.
But they both have to do with...
They both have to do with Islam.
Aspect.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay.
Haram.
Sorry, I misread that as harem, and I was like, that doesn't even make sense. They were saying haram. I think this is a person who is Muslim, and they're saying that them like being gay is haram or taboo, and not okay in the eyes of I didn't find out about this until last week when my son finally told me. Apparently, this had been happening for over 4 years, and my son finally had enough. He was teaching his cousin karate because he has a black belt, and his uncle yelled at him to not touch his son because he's gay. He still hasn't told his mother because he knows she would have them sleeping on the streets. So he decided to tell me first because he's my brother. For the second reason, he tells our daughter to cover up because he has 2 sons. First, it was just him, and now his wife also keeps making these comments. By the way, our daughter is 12. Oh, by the way, our daughter is 12, and she wears comfortable clothes because she's at home. Yes, her clothes may be a little bit revealing, but she's a child and it's her house. But I finally had enough when he told me that my daughter keeps acting like a whore and that she's a bad influence on his daughter, which is ridiculous because my daughter speaks 3 languages. She's the top of her class and she's hopefully going to be a top athlete.
What is she wearing? Like crop tops?
She's in her house. She's probably wearing like shorts and, top.
Dude.
Yeah. But it sounds like this person is pretty religious.
Yikes.
Yeah. No, you can't be saying that when someone's like being kind enough to let you live in their home.
Yeah.
My wife already wants them gone because of what they said about our daughter. But if I told her about this last thing and about what's happening with our son, I'm sure she'll kick them out and their children immediately. But their kids have done nothing wrong, so I feel very conflicted. A lot of people have asked why they stayed with us for so long. Well, he has so much debt that he literally can't afford anything. He made many unfortunate decisions, and a lot of them were beyond his control. Trust me, if they could afford to support their kids and find a place, I would have kicked them out the moment he tried to tell me to disown my son. In fact, he even tried to do it for me. My son told me that his uncle told him that I hated him for being gay, oh my God, and tried to make him believe that I secretly want him gone. This horrible person.
He's like, I got you, bro. If you don't have the balls enough to do it,
I'll take up the mantle. You are horrible.
Yeah.
I can't really kick them out because he would never leave without taking his kids with him. And if he did that, CPS would get involved and take away his kids from us. That would be very traumatic for them. So I really don't know what to do. I'm really effing angry at him for trying to turn my son against me. And the fact that he refuses to apologize for what he said to my daughter has me wanting to do something I might regret. Okay, so they left. Oh, okay. Whoa, they switched up. Okay, so they left. I guess I was right. He did, in fact, take his kids with him. He would rather his kids be homeless than raised by sinners. I don't recommend you invite people like my brother into your home, especially if they have kids. It gets very messy.
Yikes. I mean, if the brother doesn't agree with it,
there's nothing you can do.
You just have to move out, which is what he did.
Yeah. Because you can't be like in someone else's home and saying that kind of stuff to their kids.
Yeah, you really can.
Yeah. Like,
he's taking you in very nicely.
You know, it's one thing that you're saying that to your own kids, still awful, but like, that's one thing. Second thing to like be staying with the person and then try and impose your beliefs on their children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Yeah. Very disrespectful.
Yeah. Very disrespectful.
Yeah.
And trying to turn his son against him. This is horrible. And I feel really bad because he's just so blinded by this that he's willing to, live on the streets with his kids than live in a home where he can be safe and tolerate something that a
12-year-old when it cropped up and a kid in a relationship.
Gay. Yeah. Sad. Very sad.
Very sad.
I'm gay and my wife of 3 years found out. Wow. 3 years.
3 years.
3 years,
wow.
Man.
That's wild.
Ouch.
How can you be gay
and in a relationship for 3 years?
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
We don't know. Yeah. So IC Maintenance 2283 says, I, male 24, found out I was gay. A few weeks ago, I came out to one of my gay friends, let's call him Sam, and he suggested we go to this gay bar nearby. At the time, I thought I was bisexual.
I know a guy named Sam.
I know. Let's stop the story. I know a guy named Sam. But this changed everything. I think it's also fair, just pausing real quick. If he's in a relationship for 3 years, like he has a wife of 3 years, then he probably got married pretty young, at least at 21.
He got married at 21.
Yeah. So it seems like he probably,
but they might have been together for 3 years.
Yeah. They might have been together before that. And so he probably didn't have a lot of time to like figure himself out and his preferences out, and then just kind of rushed into this marriage as like, when he was younger.
Yeah.
So that might have also contributed to it. The realization that I was gay was shattering. I couldn't look at my wife in the same light anymore. And I could tell she knew something was up. I have never seen myself as a gay man, but Sam tried making sure I was comfortable and helping me explore more with my sexuality. I have never condoned in cheating, probably never participated or never cheated. I've never cheated, but he was so open and helpful about the situation I was in. Every day I came home late and she knew something was going on. I couldn't bring it up. One night when I got home, I saw my wife sitting on the couch waiting for me. She demanded I told her what was happening and told me that one of her friends saw me going into a gay club a few days ago with Sam. She yelled at me, claiming I was cheating, and told me to leave. I packed some stuff and went to a hotel for the night. I'm sitting on the bed of the hotel room and I don't know what to do. I still love my wife, just not romantically. Please tell me what I should do. I think she's filing for divorce. I don't want her to leave me. She's my best friend and I don't want to ruin everything because I don't feel anything towards her romantically anymore. And there is an edit and an update. I think you need to tell her honestly that you did not cheat. And then you just kind of realize that you were gay and you no longer have those romantic feelings. But I don't think it is a good idea to remain in this relationship. You can still have a friendship down the line, but right now, leave the relationship.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. Just because it's not fair to her to be romantically in love with you and you're not on the same page.
You need to tell her. She's like freaking out. She's accusing you of things.
Yeah, she thinks you're cheating on her.
I mean, everything you're doing makes sense of why she feels this way.
Yeah. And I think it's totally fair to want to figure yourself out. That's fine. That's not the problem. And you didn't cheat. So it's not the issue here. It's just you need to communicate with your wife.
Exactly. Yeah. Communication.
Yeah. There's an edit though. I read some of the comments and I admit I am in the wrong. One thing I'd like to make clear is that I have never touched another man sexually or spoke to another man romantically, even when I went to these clubs. I can't deny that I was cheating and I will never forgive myself for it. Wait.
What?
They've never cheated, but they can't deny that they were cheating? I don't know exactly.
I guess like
because they were going to the clubs in the first place.
Yeah, I guess like he didn't give her a reason to not think he was cheating.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to force myself back into her life, and I believe that she deserves time to think before I contact her. I'm willing to wait until she is ready to see me again. What I did was wrong and impulsive. I'm currently at Sam's house, and he keeps telling me that I deserve better. I'm happy he's here for me, but some of the things he's saying about my wife and feelings are making me want to leave. I know he cares about me, but I don't know if he has the right intentions. I'll update you guys if anything happens. Oh, is he saying like Sam's trying to get with them? Me.
You deserve way better.
Yeah. Sam might not have your hold on my eyes. Sam might not have
Get you a better Sam.
Sam's heart might not be in the right place.
Get you a funnier Sam.
Get this funnier Sam who hosts a podcast show.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
That's what you really need in your life.
Yeah. I don't know if he was cheating. I don't know.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was.
I think
he was trying to say,
yeah,
I won't forgive myself. I can't forgive myself for her thinking I did cheat on her.
Yeah.
Because he was staying out late, hanging out at the bars.
Yeah. And maybe just like the lying to her about his feelings about it, the relationship was the problem.
Exactly.
But there's an update. I read all of the angry comments and feedback, and as much as I want to say it was harsh, it wasn't. It was honestly the reality check I needed. After I edited the post, I left Sam's house. I see now what he was trying to do, and it was disgusting. What I am and was doing is selfish. I really do care about my wife, and I want what's best for her. I should have thought about her emotions sooner and spoke to her about what was going on. I want to give her time, and I'm planning to go ahead with the divorce. I really do care about her, but I know I have to let her go. I'm planning on cutting all contact with Sam. I want to do the right thing. After I post this, I'm going to text my wife about the situation and apologize. I don't want to go back home until she's ready to see me. If I do end up going back home, it will be while she's at work. I know she probably isn't taking this well, and neither am I. I don't want to force her into seeing me, even if that includes her cutting all contact with me. I'm going to talk to my therapist tomorrow. Thank you for all the comments, even the rude ones. I really appreciate the feedback, and I understand now what I did wrong. And there is one relevant comment. Indecent Guest says, "You're not a victim. You made a choice. You chose to be gay with your mate. I hope your missus finds someone who will satisfy her sexually and raise your kids right." OP says, "I don't have kids, and I know I'm not a victim." That was a weird comment. You chose to be gay with your mate. That's not even what was happening. He literally, his friend was like, "Hey, let's figure this out." And he probably did have like ulterior motives, but that's not what it was for OP.
Sam definitely had ulterior motives.
It was not what this was for OP. OP was trying to figure his sexuality out, and his friend seemingly was there for him. And then when he realized he wasn't, he cut him off. I don't like that comment. I disagree. I don't even think LP was saying that he was the victim. He was just saying like, I realized this. It was not, I should have,
Yeah.
I think OP absolutely should have come forward sooner. And it would be selfish if he remained in the relationship, knowing the stuff that he knows and trying to,
The slip up was he just hasn't communicated everything, but the reason why he hasn't communicated everything because he hasn't like figured it out yet.
He hadn't figured, he thought he was bi, and the second that he figured out he wasn't, actually, no, he didn't come forward. That was the second that he figured out he wasn't, he should have, come forward.
Yeah.
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 It shouldn't have taken his wife, seeing him friend seeing him at clubs. That was hard. Yeah.
Very tough.
That's the issue there.
That is the issue.
Yeah.
Man.
Boy, oh boy. Sad, sad, some happy, some.
One happy.
Yeah. One happy, mostly sad stories.
The first one kind of ended happy.
What was the first one?
His wife was a lesbian.
Oh yeah, that one did. Yeah, they after a saga, it ended happily.
A lot of loss.
Yeah,
but you won't be at a loss for sticking around and watching more of our episodes.
Yeah, stick around, find out. Not in this episode though, because this episode's done.
This one's done.
This one's over. We don't have anything more for you. But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.